Guys, I don't know what I have just witnessed. Guys, this Casa Amor recoupling, I was at the edge of my seat. I felt like I was going to evaporate. Guys, this was too much. Better get your popcorn, get comfortable, because I feel like this review is going to be long. The hair is even going up because it's going to be long. Wow. That was a lot, guys. I'm so exhausted. I feel out of breath from watching that episode. Damn. Anyways, welcome back to my channel, guys. I'm going to be reviewing Love Island episode 29. Obviously, we see that in the preview. We see that the girls have some shocked faces. We see that Ekin looks shocked, Indiyah looks shocked, the Nikas look shocked. So all their reactions were wild. And the thing is, at first I was like, I hope this is not just an edit, because in the past they've showed us people look really shocked, and then when it came down to it, nothing that deep happened. But the maddest thing about this episode is very unexpected things happen, deep things happen. So I was like, from that preview, I knew there was something, but I still was, not really sure. Anyways, Jay goes first because that's nice and simple, and obviously he picks China. I am so here for Jay and China. What a beautiful couple. What a nice looking couple. So I'm happy that she's in the villa. I hope we get to see more of her personality and more of his personality, because I feel like we don't really know Jay, and I feel like when someone is coupled up with someone, you see a different side to them, because obviously the person they're with brings out a different side to them. So I'm really hoping that we see more of who Jay really is, and we get to see more of China come out of her shell. But yeah, ultimately I'm so here for her staying. Anyways, next we have Danica. She comes in with Josh. I want to be happy for Danica because she does deserve it. That girl has had it in that villa from the girls and the guys, and I want to feel it for her. But do I trust Josh? No, but I'm willing to trust them. Like I don't want them to be voted out. Like I want to see their relationship progress. But from the get-go, in my eyes, I don't see it happening from the get-go. I don't trust Josh. I think she was his ticket into the villa. Honestly, guys, it's just the energy is, when the energy is not receptive, she and Josh are giving me a little bit of Jackson Page, a little bit. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of Danica and Josh. Next, we have Davide. I wasn't sure. Actually, yeah, I was sure Davide was going to stay single, to be honest. So he decides to stick with Ekin Su. Molly did not look very pleased when he was saying what he was saying, and he picks Ekin Su. His speech was cute. He was saying that they're very magnetic, and he thinks it's rare to kind of find that kind of chemistry, which I think is true. I feel like most viewers can agree that Ekin and Davide have something really special, and that's why we love watching them, the Davin Su fans, because I'm definitely a Davin Su fan. The truth is, guys, I'm not really a Davide fan. Ekin makes me like him, so I'm only here for Davide and Ekin because of Ekin. But yeah, Davin Su, here we go. So he sticks with Davide, he sticks with Ekin Su. She comes back, they're all happy, jappy, they kiss, and they're just happy to be back together. And honestly, I miss them back together. But I do feel like there might be issues because we still don't know what happened yesterday with Ekin and George. Are we just gonna forget about that? I mean, I'm happy to forget about it, but is the producers gonna forget about it? I guess we'll see. Anyways, Dami's turn to recouple. Honestly, guys, I didn't know what Dami was going to do. I thought he could go either way. I thought he was going to do a Liam, maybe, and stick to Indiyah, or maybe just actually recouple. So he makes a speech, and one thing I caught from his speech is... and also, the reason why I wasn't sure what Dami was going to do, when Laura asked Ekin, what do you feel? And she was like, well, I'm here now. Dami was like, well, I'm going to use that line. So I thought when he said that, I thought he was going to, go back to Indiyah. But anyways, Dami does a speech and he says, I guess summer's not over yet. And I was thinking, is it? You're even doing up metaphor. You're even doing up metaphor after you know that you have done the most. But yeah, Dami, surprisingly or unsurprisingly, couples up with Summer. I really thought he was going to stick to Indiyah, but he didn't. I didn't want him to be a coward. If you're going to do all that madness, you better stick to it. You better bear the consequences. And I'm glad he chose Summer, because I want him to be true to himself. You can't be doing up handshake, kisses here and there, and then come back single. No, absolutely not. So I'm glad he did choose Summer. And Indiyah walks in with Deji. I was surprised. I didn't think Indiyah was going to walk back with Deji. I feel like Indiyah coming back with Deji, she did that because she wanted to get to know her, and which is a bit mad now I think about it, because this girl really said, the way I'm out in the outside, you guys are going to see it here. She really said, both of you are going to be in this villa, and I'm going to explore the both of you. That's really what she said, because her coming back with Deji, she didn't want to close things off with Dami. I'm pretty sure she brought Deji back because she wanted to get to know Deji and Dami and get to know, she wanted to explore her options. She wanted to keep her options open. Now, is that the right thing to do in Love Island? Probably not, because it does kind of defeat the point. Because imagine if Dami didn't do anything, if Dami was super loyal and she did that, she would look like the bad person, because it's like, I was sure about you, but you weren't sure about me. So the fact that she brought back Deji and Dami brought back Summer, Dami doesn't look so bad anymore. The only thing that makes him look bad is the fact that he actually was intimate with Summer. Indiyah was not intimate with Deji, so she was respectful and he wasn't. But in hindsight of things, it's not too mad that everything anymore, because the fact that she came back with someone, she can't be a victim anymore in a way. But one thing I didn't like, Dami, he had so much energy for Indiyah, and I was thinking, did you want her to be by herself, crying, screaming, throwing up? Like, why did he have so much energy for Indiyah coming back with Deji? He was like, well, guess your true colors are out now, you know, I guess we're all heartbreakers. I was like, excuse me, like, what is that energy for? If anything, you should be like, oh, thank God, at least you're not here by yourself, at least we both found something else. Like, at least that should be your energy. The way he came, he had too much vim, and I didn't like how he was approaching it. And Indiyah, she had the clapbacks when he said we're all heartbreakers, and she was like, may the best heartbreaker win. I was like, period. Yes, because at the end of the day, yes, Indiyah brought back Deji. I don't think most of us saw that coming, but she wasn't kissing Deji in bed. She wasn't making handshakes with him. She was respectful to Dami whilst choosing Deji. So I was really, really surprised about, I don't think we saw that coming. I thought Dami was going to stick to Indiyah. I'm not going to lie. Anyways, it's just a lot. I think Dami literally wanted Indiyah to be crying. That's what I deeped it. That's what he wanted. It's actually mad. Anyways, Luca. It's Luca's turn. Luca chooses Gemma. You know what? At this point, Luca is our only hope. He's our only light at the end of the tunnel. He's the truth, and he is the man. The thing is, guys, I need to say this about Luca. Don't you think it's a bit sad that everybody thinks that Luca is fake and Luca only wants Michael Owen because he's the only single guy, he's the only guy who has been acting correct in the villa? If you guys really, really think about it, what we're saying, forget about Michael Owen being Gemma's dad. Just forget about that for 1 second. If you guys really think about it, what we're saying is that men are so trash that it's not even possible for one of them to be so sure about a girl that they must be fake. You know the maddest thing? I feel like even if Michael Owen wasn't Gemma's dad, people would still think Luca was fake because they'll think it's too good to be true. And I think that is a little bit sad, because this is not the first time we've accused someone wrongly. We accused Molly and Tommy of being fake because what they looked was too good to be true. They're still together today. Do you know what I mean? So I think everybody who is not for Luca and Gemma, I think we should ask ourselves, is it because we are so used to being treated like shit that we think that just because someone is doing something right, it must be fake? Because it's very sad. Like, I deeped it the other day. Like, people are so not used to having the bare minimum anymore that they think something that's the bare minimum, which is sticking to your girl, is mad. Like, I believe, like, with girls, we're so sure about someone sometimes that we don't want to even do a madness. Some guys are like that. There are a few, but there are a few good men. So I think the Luca bashing should really stop, because guys can be good. Like, guys can be faithful, and Luca is proof of that. But honestly, I'm so happy that nobody can come and say, oh, Luca did this, Luca did this. He was a saint. Gemma was a saint as well. She didn't do anything mad. So I'm so here for it at this point. I'm so here for them at this point. So him and Gemma recouple. It's all happy days. So Andrew. It's Andrew's turn to speak. Goodness me. I don't know how you guys felt about how Andrew acted. In my opinion, I think Andrew did too much. I think he embarrassed himself. I think he just looked like a lost puppy. When Andrew was saying the Casa girls told me, oh, did you guys see Coco's face? She wanted the ground to swallow her. She was literally like, did you see her face? She actually wanted the ground to swallow her. So Andrew basically chooses a couple with Coco, and then Tasha brings in Billy, and he's like, are you being serious? You're so fake. Now, the thing is, the way Andrew is acting, you would think that Tasha had him on a leash and said, be with me or die. Like, the way he's acting, that's how it looks. At the end of the day, it's not breaking news that Tasha treated him like crap. His own boys in the villa told him, listen, you like her way too much. Even Tasha made it obvious by saying that she wanted to keep her options open. So why did it take these girls coming to Casa Amor to get you to be so riled up to the extent that you leave? You know what it is, yeah? I hate to say, but Andrew he just needs to grow a backbone. You know the maddest thing? If Casa Amor happened where Tasha was there, All this energy he had, he wouldn't have it. That's what's crazy. If Andrew recoupled with someone because he genuinely liked them, I would be happy for him. But the reason I feel that he has literally messed up is because I don't think he really likes Coco. I think he's attracted to her, but I don't think he actually fancies Coco. I think he did that, one, to impress the boys, and one, to make himself look less like a mug, which he thought he looked like. And 3, to, you know, do a one-up on Tasha. That's what makes me mad about the whole thing. You did all of that, and you already low-key are regretting your decision. Andrew had way too much energy. It was so petty. Like, oh, you lie more than Pinocchio. Sorry. Like, that was so embarrassing. I was like, obviously, I know in the heat of the moment, it's hard to react, but that reaction, it was a bit uncalled for. For the first time, I actually side with Tasha. I don't think she deserved all of that back talking. I don't think she deserved all of that petty talking. She didn't deserve that. Tasha is annoying, but she's not a bad person. Do you know what I mean? There's worse. There's people like Jax in the villa, and you're having energy for Tasha. The only thing that's annoying about Tasha is that she's sensitive, she's annoying, and she doesn't like Andrew as much as he likes her. Same with Gemma and Luca. Luca is definitely way over heels with Gemma than she is him. Now, it's now Luca's choice to say, am I going to stick with this or am I going to move on? You know, the funny thing is, yeah, Gemma and Luca's situation is very similar. The only difference is that Gemma has not been wanting to explore other people, but the dynamics is very similar. But even when people were telling Luca that, like, oh, you like her more than she likes you, she doesn't like you, it didn't make him move mad, because he was like, no, I've got a mind of my own, I'm gonna do this. That's the problem with Andrew. He doesn't really have a mind of his own. That's why they can just be chilling and Jax will dare Coco to come and kiss him on like the second night. That's why they're able to do that to him. Andrew, I feel like from this he needs to learn to grow a bit of a backbone. If he wanted to stick with Tasha, even if that made him look like a mug, at least he was true to himself. I feel like the worst thing about what happened with Andrew tonight was that he wasn't true to himself, and we saw later that he was kind of regretting it, which I think is so sad. Anyway, so Andrew and Coco couple up, and what's her face? Tasha coupled up with Billy. So did you guys see that Danica kind of laughed? I felt like that was so peak. Like Danica and Ekin kind of laughed. I felt like they were kind of laughing at Coco, which I felt like was so peak, but it is what it is. So now it's Jack's turn. Jax decides to stick with Paige. And I was thinking, could have fooled me. I thought he was going to choose Cheyenne. You know my problem with Jax? He is so disrespectful. The way he speaks to girls, the way he acts, which we will get into later. But yeah, Jax sticks to Paige. She comes in all happy. Oh, my babes. And then obviously Cheyenne had a chance to speak. I wanted Cheyenne to drag him. I wanted Cheyenne to say, we were kissing in the pool. We were kissing under the sheets. He was telling me this. He was telling me that. I wanted Molly to say, yeah, he was even getting to know me. I wanted them to drag him. I literally wanted him to get dragged. But Cheyenne is quite a soft-spoken girl. She didn't do much. She just said what happened. When Luca was laughing, I was like, yeah, me too, Luca. At this point, like, these boys did the madness. And then Molly also piped up about her and Davide, which I get. I mean, they did kiss, but I feel like that ended pretty quickly. But I guess Molly just also wanted to have her input, which was fine. Ekin wasn't happy. I don't know why Ekin is moving mad, as if she just wasn't doing up, you know, touchy with George yesterday. But anyways, we're going to briefly move on from that. So Laura leaves after just watching all the chaos happen in the villa. She leaves the villa. I'm sure she was thinking, blimey, because that was a lot. As a viewer, I was shaken up. I was like, oh my days. There were so much more recouplings than I thought it would be. What I predicted, it was the opposite that happened. It was crazy. The dumped islanders as well. I don't know if you guys caught this. It was quite funny when they were walking out without a suitcase. I was like, why are they just walking out like that? As if they're literally going to the airport with like no bags. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but already the Casa girls are sticking together. So Cheyenne, Coco, and Summer are already sticking together. While the villagers, there's already a divide. That always happens before they slowly integrate. So Ekin and Davide had a chat. Obviously, she wasn't happy, but she doesn't look that crazy. Because, you know, I know a kiss was bad, but she and Davide, they were in a shaky situation. And I felt like that was a good time for Ekin to say, if she did anything in Casa with George, that would have been a perfect time to say what she did, but she didn't. I don't know what happened with George. I literally want someone to categorically say what happened, because we need to understand. But let's just let that slide, please. Let's just let that slide and let's let Ekin live, please. So they have a chat and they sort things out. Luca wasn't happy about Gemma sharing a bed, which I get, but at the same time, it's not that deep. She literally did not share a bed with them on that level. She was very loyal. Like, she just didn't want to sleep outside. She just want to get bitten by mosquitoes. And I get it. Like, you know, Luca was kind of doing a lot by sleeping outside, but at least he was respectful. But yeah, Andrew and Billy have a chat. And then Tasha comes and Tasha is not having it. She's like, what do these Casa girls know? And I was like, yes, Tasha, at this point, drag him. At this point, actually drag him. They make up in the end. Andrew kind of breaks down. I feel like in that moment, you can tell that Andrew feels a little bit of regret about his decision. I feel like he feels a bit of regret. But they decide to be civil, which I like. I don't think they should have been left so sour. At the end of the day, they did have something. Even if they didn't have, what they had was not long-term. It was still something. So I'm glad that they did make up. And I really hope Andrew learns a lesson from this. So Paige and Jax have a chat, and guys, I just want to skip to the most important part. How can Jax tell her we're single? I think you forget that sometimes. Gaslighting 101. Talk about gaslighting 101. When you're the one in the wrong, but you somehow make it spin so that the other person has no leg to stand on, or they look like the silly person, or they're the ones who should be apologizing. Goodness me, Jax, what a manipulative guy. When he said that, I was thinking, is it Jax? Wow. You know what makes me mad about this whole situation? Paige is still gonna go back to Jax, and that's why I don't care. Because when people decide to stay in something, how can, guys, I get it, when you have feelings for someone, it's hard to move on. But from the get-go, from the first 3-4 weeks of getting to know each other, all these cracks are happening. What makes you think is gonna go on in the long term? It's different, guys, when you're in a relationship with someone and 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line, there's cracks. It's different because you've already caught feelings, you're already in love. But this is the beginning of their relationship or situationship, and there's all of this madness, and you still want to carry on. That's mad. Literally, at this point, she's actually on her own. She breaks down, the girls come for her, but I can just tell that Paige is going to go back to Jax. I really hope she doesn't. I hope she proves me wrong, but yeah, I think Jax is silly. But I always thought that, so nothing's changed. We see from the preview tomorrow, there's more stuff going down. Casa and Amor recoupling. We see that Indiyah and Dami are having a chat. We see that Indiyah and Dami are having a chat. Who else were having? We saw that Paige and Jax was having a chat. Not Jax crying, not the crocodile tears, please, not the crocodile tears. But goodness, guys, this episode was intense. This recoupling was iconic. Was it Andrew calling Tasha Pinocchio? Was it Dami and Indiyah beefing? Was it freaking like Andrew throwing Tasha under the bus? Was it freaking Cheyenne and Molly piping up? Was it I don't know, like there was just a lot going on, guys. There was a lot. This was a lot for me to handle. But let me know what you guys think. I want to hear all your comments, all your thoughts. I'm going to be replying to everything. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you enjoy this. Be here same time tomorrow. Bye, guys.